Looks like I'm having some connection issues. So I'm going to give it just a minute to see if the signal stabilizes, and then we'll jump into a really short unboxing. Hey, Anj. All right, I'm not sure what the connection is going to do, but I'm going to go ahead and push forward, and if it bombs, then I just won't upload it. So I have a friend who at one point was a little bit more than a friend, and we parted ways. And he has been trying ever since we parted ways to finagle his way, because I think I'm extremely patient with people and will try to give people the benefit of doubt. So he wanted to get me something for graduation, because if you're going to get back in my good graces, it might as well be something worthy of forgiveness, right? So here's my receipt, and this is a bag that I thought I had in my collection, but when I kind of went through and examined what I have in the color red in Florentine, I didn't have it. And I thought that I purchased it, and it's possible that before I started with YouTube that I purchased it, and then it's got a couple of like little dings here. You see those? So I mean, it's a gift. I'm not gonna ship it back. The promotion during the 12 days of Dooney was great for both the wallet and the bag, so I'm absolutely gonna keep it. Those dings are okay, but the stitch work on this is absolutely phenomenal. And of course it's red, and I'm at that point where I said that I'm going to give the Dooney wallets another try now that my work travel receipt situation is changing. So I thought, initially I thought that I was going to like closure, and this is the interior setup. So ID holder. I didn't realize until I switched wallets how much I enjoy having that little cutout, the little thumb cutout, so that you can actually slide your ID out. I don't know what it is about ID holders that they hold on to your driver's license for dear life, but I appreciate the fact that Peter put that little cutout in there so that it assists in sliding it out. But what I'm finding is that I actually don't slide my ID all the way inside anymore. I kind of leave it hanging out just a little bit so that it's a little easier to grab and to slide out. But you've got card holders here. Very easily can slide 2 into each slot. If you're carrying several cards, you can slide a checkbook, underneath the card and ID section, so you can have storage under here. And then there are also 2 slots at the top. So one here, carry your coins, you can use that here on the back. All right, so that was the first item, and again, this was one of those pair sets. I decided that I wanted the matching wallet. So I apologize. I see that the internet connection is kind of going in and out. I apologize for that, but I'm just going to keep pushing through because I don't know if I'll have another chance to film again this week. So I'm just going to push out a bunch of videos and kind of try to pre-record a few things. But I wanted to go live on this one because I know for a fact that I'm getting ready to switch into it, and I wanted to reveal her before I throw all of my stuff inside of her. Take her out and see and hope that she's smooth and that I don't have like any regrets for asking for this instead of something else. Whew. You know, when you open a Dooney, the bag, and you get that first whiff of leather like that, oh my goodness. Peter should figure out how to bottle that, and I'd spray it on every day. Be spraying it around the house. All right, so here we go. And she's not perfect, but I'm gonna say she's perfect for me because she's pretty smooth. And I love this size bag. Now, this is a big bag. This is my kind, my size of bag. And hey Nessa, yes, live. This is my kind of bag. What I don't understand is the whole concept of this bag actually being crossbody, because the strap is like really long, or I'm very vertically challenged at 5'5", because when I use this crossbody, it bumps like at my knee, and to me that's far too long with the strap, and I don't carry it over the shoulder just because it's still too long. So I typically always carry it by the handles. So here she is. You've seen this bag a zillion times on YouTube. I think every YouTuber has this bag in a color or in a different size, whether the small or the medium. Everyone has their own preference, but I am loving this. So I don't know, maybe I'll let him out of the doghouse for a little while, but I think it would have been more special if he'd come up with the idea on his own instead of asking me. I mean, I guess that's the way to make sure you get the right thing, but it would have been nice for him to pay attention and to come up with this on his own. But anyway, I'm loving the duo, and I'm getting ready to switch into this. And I may film a what's in my bag as I try to consolidate. But this, I'm for the price of the bag. So the promotion during the 12 days of Dooney, I believe it was like $3.98, which is typically the price for just the Florentine bag. But during the 12 days of Dooney, the wallet, which is normally $158, was actually included in the pair, and the price, actually it's $3.89. So this is what I got. Yeah, I'm sorry about the internet quality. I'm not sure what's going on tonight. It's going in and out, and I apologize for that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have another night to go live or to film, so I'm trying to push out a few videos. And since I mentioned this during last night's live stream, I thought that I would go ahead and get this posted. So here she is with the matching wallet. I do still have one more package that I need to film. It will honestly it's probably going to be next weekend, and it will probably be Saturday midday to evening before I get a chance to. But I really wanted to go ahead and get swapped out of my I think I'm carrying a red Alto bag right now. I'm going to switch into red Florentine and start getting ready for the work week next week. So I'm not sure if I can at all retrieve the comments after I sign off of live chat, because I've not been able to do that. But if there's anything that I've missed, if you would include it down in the comments, I will be sure over the next couple of days to work through and responding to comments on videos. But this is, again, the wallet in the color red Florentine, and I just love this red whip, the whip stitching on the red. It's Justice is asking, how often do I get bags? I don't have a regular schedule, and maybe I should put myself on one, because it would probably help control some of the impulse purchases. But I learned the hard way at the beginning of this year that it is not good for me to say I'm gonna go on a no buy, because then I feel like I'm depriving myself of something that I may want or that I come across. So I learned early 2017 that didn't work for me. But considering I've gotten so many new bags recently, I'm hoping that there won't be anything released here early spring that will catch my attention. But I'm sure once I get my bonus from my last job, that typically is around the spring 20% off sale, and I usually kind of go crazy then. But I don't have a frequency. I do check the website, both Dooney and I Love Dooney, a few times a week. It's been a while since I purchased a bag from Macy's, but Macy's really has some good sales on Dooney, and it's probably been over a year, if not longer, since I've purchased Dooney from Dillard's. Let's see what other comments are there. So Nessa, I saw that the forecast looks like it's changed from freezing rain to just rain, so it's gonna make for an interesting commute in the morning, especially since I'm still trying to figure out the right time for me to leave the house to get to the other side of town on time. I'm getting there early, like super early, which, you know, in Atlanta traffic, if you're not super early, then you're sitting in traffic and you're gonna be late. Let's see what else. Switching of the bags, I've got mixed feelings about that. So I have a tendency to kind of watch what people put in their bags. But that whole switching of the bag things, I would need to record that and then edit it, because I think like 12 and 15 minutes to take stuff out of one bag and put them in another is a little, I don't know. That to me, I watch them, but sometimes I'll be honest, I watch them and fast forward, or I'm looking at the video to try to figure out, okay, is there another way for me to organize the inside of my bag? Especially lately, if there's a center zip in the bag, I'm trying to figure out how is everyone else using the center zip to enjoy carrying a bag that for me has the interior of the bag obstructed. So if there's like a huge request for that, then I'll film it, because I think it's easy enough to do. It's a lot easier than filming a collection video, because that just terrifies me. But I don't know, do people really watch those? I just think 12 to 15 minutes of watching me take my stuff out of one bag and put it in another, because I rarely change my wallet. I've been carrying my Michael Kors Continental clutch since I switched into it. It just goes from one bag to the next, so I'm not often switching my things around. So let me know down in the comments, and just in case I can't retrieve the chat once we're done. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm a little self-conscious about mod shots or whatever. I'll do it for me just to make sure, but I'll see if I can incorporate some of those into into my videos and stuff in 2018. As far as the Florentine and the rain tomorrow, I'm just gonna chance it. I don't have a tendency to fear the weather when it comes to leather. And you know what? That's probably, let me say this. I think that's maybe why I'm so anal, and I'm gonna call it what it is. It's me being anal about wanting a perfect bag in Florentine when it gets here, because I know that me carrying it, rain, shine, sleet, snow, it's gonna sit on the seat of the car, it's gonna tumble when I slam on brakes, it's gonna get thrown in the shopping cart at Target, it's gonna all of these things. It's gonna be on the bleachers when I'm at my nephew's games, it's gonna sit on, it's just everywhere. So I'm gonna do enough to create what I'm gonna call love marks or birthmarks or blemishes on the bag in my own use of it. So for it to come and it already seemed to have that, maybe that's why I'm so anal about wanting it to virtually be perfect. Like this is pretty good. This one is really good. But I think that's why I want the bag to be as perfect as it possibly can when I get it, because my job is to love it and to beat it up. So I've gotten over the whole tiger stripes thing. That's what I call them, right? Stretch marks for the animals. But I do have an appreciation for, an animal that has a good skincare routine, because I'm going to wear that bag. And I don't want to have to worry about, if it gets a couple of drops of water on it, then it doesn't have drops and scratches and all that other stuff when it arrived with me. But I don't know. I may, because it's red, I may change my mind. But let me say this. The red Alto bag that I carried during the Christmas holiday, it rained while I was away on holiday, and I got spots on that bag. And the funny thing is, I was with my nephew Corey, and if you remember this summer while we were in Orlando, we were leaving the outlets and it was downpouring. I mean, it was like the rain from the entire planet landed on top of Orlando as we were leaving the outlets, and the bag that he was carrying with a couple of handbags in there, it got soaking wet and the bottom fell out, and it got wet. So the funny thing is, when we got back in the car in Orlando, he had to hear this long story about Florentine leather and water and rain, and the reason he should have been carrying the bag under the umbrella instead of out to his side, that whole thing. So funny thing is, when we were loading the car for Christmas and my bag got wet, he noticed it immediately. He's gonna make some woman a good husband years from now, because he's a manly boy, but he is also, got a lot of influential women in his life that are teaching him some of those little things that will make him a much better partner. But he noticed that Alto bag got wet, and he said, do you want some paper towels to dry that off? He says, I think we have some napkins in the console. So it dried fine. It did not leave a single spot on that Alto leather. So I don't know, maybe it's just the weather that I'm in, or I don't know, but those are the love marks for mine. So let me stop running my mouth and take another look back at the comments. Do you ever sell Dooneys when you get tired of them? I have yet to get tired of a bag, but I am considering either consignment or sale. I don't like the idea of a sale, but I do know that there are some bags that I'm just not going to carry. That Croco Lexington shopper that's north, south, and narrow, I'm not carrying that. It's brand new and it will sit in the Dooney vault unused until either my mom or my sister say bring it, or I'll take it, or until I decide to stop being lazy and have a sale or to list it online. So I don't know. Maybe I need to connect with someone that's done the sale thing more often than I have to get comfortable with it. I've done it before, but I just don't know about volume, and especially right now with me learning a new job and a new travel schedule and all of those other things, I just don't. Maybe 2018, but right now I don't think it's going to happen like in January. I don't think so, just because of the logistics that I'm sure that it would require to make it go smoothly. The Oyster Florentine, I'm not sure. Maybe try spraying some protector on that if it's picking up a lot of marks and things. But I carried mine and it's, I don't know, that, you know, large zip Barlow and mushroom that I absolutely, and maybe I'm previewing this too early, but it's one of my best of 2017. And remember, I hated that bag. I was so upset that I packed it up to take it back to the post office because I was disgusted. And once I finally moved in that bag, I was like, okay, it's time to move out. And I was like, no, let me just do it one more week. And the more compliments I got, and it went with everything, and everything looked so polished and put together that I finally had to just say, enough is enough. Put the bag up, get something else out, carry something else for a little while, even if you end up moving back into this bag for a little while. So I'm just on that kick where clean colors, right? This is not clean, but the oyster, the mushroom, the natural, the what other color did I reveal? Those are things that are right now, that's what's got my attention, and it will probably keep my attention for the next little bit until Peter Dooney takes note and produces every single bag that he makes henceforth and forevermore in red, so that I can decide whether I want it in red or one of the other colors. So other comments, let me see. So Anj, I mean, you carried yours in snow and didn't have any issues with it. I think it may be a personal preference. I've never worried about my Florentine in the rain. And maybe that's the reason it survives, is because I'm not paying it. I can remember being in Pensacola, got there one night for a business trip. It was about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and you know it rains in Florida every single day. And you can get like little sun showers, and then you can get torrential downpours. And this was a downpour. So I sit in the car until the rain stops, because y'all have freaked me out about getting my Florentine wet. I'm just going to be honest. The next morning, I needed to get out of the hotel, checked out, and get to my rain again. And I took my Buckley in natural, put it over my head because I did not take the umbrella in, because I sat in the car until it stopped raining the night before. Bag was soaking wet when I got in the car. It dried, and I've not had an issue with it. If anything, I think it's helped it to patina a little more evenly, because the whole thing got soaking wet. So the whole bag is recovering from that. But it's a preference. Don't put your bag in the rain or in the snow because I've done it, or because Anj has carried hers in the snow, or because other people have done different things. Look, you go to work every day and make your own money, or you're gifted, or you have a spouse or significant other that spoils you. So proceed with caution as to whether or not you want to carry your bags when it's not sunny, right? Because don't blame me if it gets messed up. I'm just saying, for me, I've not had an issue. Okay, so you take an extra Ziploc bag to put your bag in. I don't know that I have a bag big enough for the size bags that I carry, but that's an excellent idea to make sure that your bag, doesn't get water spots or any kind of damage from precipitation. So that's a great suggestion. Let's see what else. Oh, Nessa, you're gonna be running trying to protect your bag. Yeah, maybe if it's a rare bag, but if it's one of these, I don't know. I'd probably just send it back to Dooney and try to get a credit. Because they're not gonna replace it, because they're gonna say it's not regular wear and tear, normal wear and tear. So they absolutely would not, even in the first year, they're not gonna replace it due to water damage. But you could always replace it. You could always buy another one if it were damaged. And I know that's not a realistic solution for everything and everyone, but let's see. Yeah, the wallet, I love it. I love it. I love the color. I'm gonna see if the function is gonna work for me, especially now after having moved in and thoroughly enjoying the Michael Kors. Let's see, other comments. Sale to my followers. Are you saying that if I decide to do a sale to let you guys know first? Absolutely. I'm not as active on other forms of social media. If you follow me on Instagram, I usually post a picture or two. Sometimes it's before or after a video, and trying to kind of direct you back to YouTube, because this is my primary platform. Oyster and Red are great colors. Calypso Dawson. The Calypso color. So look, I don't know what, it looks like patent may come back in this summer, spring and summer. Didn't see a lot of that this past summer, but the year before that, I carried patent all spring and all summer. I think, Anj, you did the same thing with the patent Janine bag, the little square one, and then I had a couple of drawstring bags. Even if they aren't in this summer, that's what I'm planning to carry. Is I'm going to go back and carry patent leather from I guess it would be 2 summers ago, I think. And in that, I don't have a Calypso color, but I do have jade, and I think it was one that it was the TSV on QVC, so that's coming back out. Let's see. I've got to figure out a better way to get this. Raincoats for your bags? No, I've not heard of that. But that, y'all, at the end of the day, I'm just going to tell you, after working and dealing with mayhem all day with people and issues, and I'm lazy when I get home. I'm just being honest, and that's why I think that right now live is working for me, because when I'm done, it automatically uploads to YouTube. I don't have to worry about editing anything. Says where she's here now, we can start. So this is, I don't know if I'm going to continue to do these throughout 2018, but right now, while I'm trying to get acclimated to a new schedule, and while I've still got new stuff to show off that I'm ready to get into, this is gonna work for me, because I'm lazy. So having to treat a bag or doing all of those things have been crazy. Hi, Joshy. Let me just see. Yes. Just being shy. That oyster Barlow, I think I commented, I had to force myself to move out of it, because once I moved into it, I absolutely fell in love with it. So yeah, I'm loving it, and I'm learning to not be so quick to judge a bag, which is why I took the plunge and got my graduation bag, Lysandra, with that center compartment. But I'm gonna need some of you that film videos. I need somebody to show me different ways that you were using that center zip, and tag me or something. Let me know that thing. Maybe it was because I was on vacation in Hawaii and absolutely nothing bothered me there, that center zip didn't bother me. But just on an everyday carrying, I think I have 2 Florentine Chelseas. I think I have navy, probably navy and a gray. Never carried them because of that stinking center zip. And I want the Florentine East-West tote. Ange has it. The Pecan Tan Beauty, it was listed in her best of 20. So I want that bag. I want it. It's red. I need it. I want it. But it's got that center compartment, and I don't want to just be limited in using it for work, because I'm still using my retro embossed in Russell bag in black, because it's perfect. It goes with, regardless of what company, what meeting, whatever I'm wearing, that bag just works. I want that other one, and I know that when it's gone, it's gone. Oh, you're saying get one. I know. I need it, and I'm gonna regret it when I can't find it, but I just need to do it. I just need to do it, because if not, it's gonna be, how many times have I commented and was like, I missed out, I regret it. I mean, I've probably had that conversation in comments with everybody that's in this chat, and I just need to suck it up and just do it and figure out what to do with the stinking center zip once I get it. And if all else fails, I will really customize it and cut it out and really make it my own. Now, that one, of course, won't ever resell, but it would work for me. I love the fact that it has that long shoulder strap, so I don't have to worry about the shoulder clearance, and it's a east-west bag, because I've learned this year that I prefer east-west over north-south, because I'm only 5'5", and tall bags in my height just don't work, especially if it's crossbody or if it's got a longer shoulder strap. That just doesn't work for me. So let me look at the comments again. I've got swatches here on the back of my hand. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Deidre. Let's see. So live is better. I'm hearing you. I hear you liking live. I've even gotten some comments about, liking actually me in front of the camera as opposed to behind. I think it was probably my very first YouTube video that I commented on the fact that I wasn't going to be in videos. And I kind of still stand behind that, because you're not here to see me, you're here to see the bags, and I don't want to interfere with that. Nothing against anyone that's in front of the camera. It was just a comfort level and a preference for me. And to be honest, you want the truth? We're friends. Let me just share this. Usually when I'm behind the camera and I'm recording, it is Saturday morning. I am still in my pajamas, no bra, so the girls are free, and no makeup, I'm not fit to be in front of the camera, but it's important to me to have uploads, or I'm trying to get something recorded so that it coordinates with a QVC Dooney Bourke broadcast, because I know that the activity level with people searching when they're watching QVC, it peaks, at least based on my YouTube analytics, it peaks during that time. So me being behind the camera is, again, because when I'm at home, I'm lazy, because I've been on the road, I've been dealing with people, issues, I've been in the car, or I've been battling the airport and TSA. So I just, if I'm behind the camera, you can assume that I'm probably just inappropriately dressed. I'm not even going to say what I'm in. But I cannot tell you how many times in editing I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That plate, right, was reflecting the fact that I've got on like a tank top or like, you know, I don't know, underwear and no pants underneath. So I'm like, let me edit that little bit out. So now y'all know it's not just the fact that I don't feel like I need to be in front of the camera because it's not about me, it's about Dooney. It's because when I'm at home, especially on a Saturday morning, I'm probably not fully dressed. And for the record, I have on both tops and bottoms today. But that's usually why I'm not in front of the camera. So Joshy, you don't wear pants? Is that why you're always sitting on the floor? I'm glad that it's not just me. Because look, before I ever started a YouTube channel, I was an avid watcher, and it was primarily makeup videos and, you know, stuff that I needed to go get from Sephora or from Ulta. So I'd watched, I don't know, probably a million videos before I ever got the courage to start a channel. And it was only my sister saying, hey, you've got enough handbags that you can build a following on YouTube, because if you just film your bags, there are other crazy Dooney and Bourke people in the world. You were not by yourself. So I thought, okay, I'll do that, but I didn't want to be in front of the camera. So I filmed behind and focused on the bag and thought that every once in a while I'd, you know, get in front of the camera. Thank you, Laverne. So let's see what else, because I've been on a tangent about dressing, not having on pants when I film. I know that's not what you are here for, but we're just gonna keep it real. Listen, Russell bags, I'm so glad that when those bags were available that I scooped them up, because that is a true workhorse travel bag. I've got it in all 3 sizes, and I tell you, I love all 3 sizes. But that large, big mama oversized that I travel with, I wouldn't take anything for that bag. Nothing. And let me tell you, rain, shine, sleet, snow, sitting it on the floor, on the back of chairs, on tables, under, you know, it goes under the seat on the plane if I don't have it overstuffed, in the overhead bin. That bag has been through the ringer. The leather is extremely soft. I can tell where the red has just started a great patina, where it's getting richer and deeper and darker. I wouldn't take anything for that one. So if Peter is listening and watching comments and seeing what's reselling on like eBay and Poshmark and Mercari and some of these other sites, that's telling him what needs to be debuted or relaunched in future releases, because those are classics. They just work. Let's see what else we have. Limited edition patent leather Florentine. Yes, Florentine, excellent. Patent leather, excellent. I mean, that north-south thing, I have some. Dawson, I like the Dawson bag because it carries a lot, but that bag is about 3/4 of my upper torso. Like when I'm sitting, it like hits me like right in here. It's a tall bag. Love it, but I don't know that I have a need to add another one of those into my collection. It's kind of the same way like with Flynn. Flynn is a great bag. I love the size of that bag. Hated the shoulder straps. I still have one in my collection because I have it in oyster and patent that I used a couple years ago for Easter. Loved the patent. Still had issues with the strap, but I just decided I wasn't going to add another one. Those straps, if Peter would just give us another inch or so, I think more of us would be more comfortable with that over the shoulder piece. So makeup tutorial, Michelle. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, I do enough to be presentable, I hope. Maybe not always. If you noticed, yesterday I had on eyeshadow and I think lip gloss, but didn't have a stitch of anything else on my face. Today it's just tinted moisturizer. That the Philosophy tint that I showed yesterday, that's all I have, and a little bit of blush. Simple, it's easy. I believe that the skin underneath my makeup is more important than the makeup. I spend a lot of money on makeup though. I do, but skincare, I want that Philosophy makeup optional skin so that if I don't want to put anything on, then it's okay. I don't know that I can do a makeup tutorial. I don't know what goes into that, but maybe I'll film a couple and see if they're worth posting. If anything, you've probably seen me do lipstick swatches with maybe a little bit of music, or a few others not at all. But I think for makeup tutorials, you've got to be really good, and I don't consider myself to be really good because sometimes it just doesn't play out on my face the way I planned it in my head, if that makes any sense. I'm just being honest. Okay, what else? Let's see. Thank you though. Thank you, Michelle. Oh, thank you. And my jammies, yes. Assume I'm not wearing pants. That's correct. Let's see what else we have going on here. Oh, okay. So I've got the purse fairy in the room. I didn't realize that, and I'm not gonna put you on blast or anything. Let's see. I am not on well, let me say, I am on eBay. I'm on eBay as a buyer, as a consumer, but not as a seller. Yes, the Dawson is heavy, especially with the way that I pack a bag. I'm gonna see if I can lighten that. My new company has a lot more things electronic. I can do far more things for my company cell phone than my last company. So I'm hoping that I won't have to carry as much. Let's see. I think I'm really liking the live, the interaction, the feedback, partly because I can respond to a lot of things live, and I've noticed I've not had a lot of comments on those, but it's because we're interacting live. So me with Hattie, let me see. How come I haven't seen you unbox a Hattie? I don't have a Hattie. When Hattie first came out, I really, really wanted her, and I still kind of do. But I need to see her in person because I fear that she's going to have some of that same height issue for me that the Dawson has for me. So, the Roxy Riley is the absolute worst Dooney Bourke bag I've ever purchased. I hate that bag, and I know that there are so many of you that love it, and the very first thing that I purge is going to be that bag. And I promise you, if nobody wants it and nobody buys it, I'm probably just going to trash it because I love the web strap. And that's where my love for that bag stopped. And I love the color. If you notice, that bag was in the taupe. I've been on that natural color. And I love that web strap because it's a little bit darker color. It's not going to pick up as much oil and dirt and grime. It's not going to show a lot of wear. But that's it for that bag. And I know y'all love it. And I loved it when I saw it. And I, you know, when watching it on QVC, I was like, oh my goodness, which color am I going to get? Because I just loved it. And then I got it home and it bombed. It was not good for me. And I don't know. I think it's just me learning my bag personality. I'm going to work on the whole center zip thing. But that whole north-south thing, man, unless God blesses me with a few more inches of height north to south instead of east to west, I don't know that that bag silhouette is going to work for me. But if there's anybody interested, send me a personal message. That may be the kickoff to the sale. All right, let's see. Let me just kind of scroll back. My all-time favorite bag, Nessa, it's probably Buckley. Or just a drawstring in general, because it's kind of a dump bag. And I always feel so disorganized on the inside of that bag when I carry it. But on the outside, it always looks polished. It always clears my shoulder. I'm at some point, I'm going to film the bags that I've been gifted. You saw the teardrop hobo that my team purchased for me. Best boss gift ever. And this one for tonight, this was a gift for me that I just unboxed. And then I just filmed another Carrington that I've got to upload. That one goes with the gifted bag, and I need to film that. But probably Buckley. The large zip Barlow is like a superhero. I don't even know that those two bags can go in the same category. Buckley. I mean, they're both Florentine. But that, look, let me tell you, Peter Dooney demonstrated to me his genius when he created that large zip Barlow. And he would have been the ruler in my world of all things handbag related if that shoulder strap was just about that much longer. I may have very well parted ways a lot quicker with some of my other bags, because that bag and the fact that I can unzip it and pop out the sides and change the silhouette so that it has that Giovanni Alto shape. Y'all, I'm obsessed with Olivia Pope, but it has that shape to it. I love that. So it probably, and I reserve the right to change my mind later, but I'm going to say Buckley or drawstring bag is my favorite Dooney style. Let's see. I'm scrolling back. Hey, Melissa. All your favorite YouTubers. Yeah, it looks like we're all on here now. At least, I mean, I think I have a pretty loyal following. And I will tell you, it's really hard to film content and watch content and comment on content and comment on comments. It's like a whole another part-time job. And I know I'm behind, severely behind right now on comments. And I promise you, I will respond to every single comment. I always do. But my life is just nuts right now, coming out of the holidays, right into a new job. But I will, charge it to my head and not my heart, as they say at church. I promise you I'll respond to all of them. Let's see what else. Let's see. Looks like you guys are interacting well with each other too. I like to see that. Is are Dooney bags still made in the USA? If some of them are made other places. You'll just have to check your tag. If you're getting things that are kind of exclusively on the Dooney site, for the most part, it's going to be Italy or US. But I do have some, like the, what was it, the Sophie, I think it was a Sophie bag. It was a TSV on QVC, a hobo. Top was one color, the base of it was black. Those I think were made in China. So it depends. You know, Dooney's a business like any other business, and they're trying to control cost and expense and all of that. And sometimes it may or may not have an impact on the quality, but I really had any major issues with Dooney other than their ridiculous ship time from California, which I'm not gonna get on that again tonight because I know I wore it out last night. Oh yeah, it does feel like a purse party. I like it. As far as the wine, Julie, I'm not sure if I have any minors, so I just brought water up. I didn't bring a glass of wine, but if I could ever figure out how to actually schedule these and actually get the link to work, we may do a wine and purse party. Let me see if I can figure that out. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Jaden. Let's see. Wine and a chance to win a free bag. Like, what kind of bag? Like, y'all know I got a regular job too. I got bills and mortgage and stuff. I know I need to do a giveaway on my channel. I'm just not sure what to do. Like, I mean, do I give away that Croco Lexington bag that's driving me nuts to have in my collection? I don't know what to do with that kind of stuff. So maybe after the video, down in the comments, that way I can continue to see the comments, and that way I can figure something out. Maybe I should do one when, like, I don't know, like set a stretch goal, and when I hit like 2,000 subscribers or something, which means you gotta share my videos and get other people to join me and you on here. What else do we have? I've got to figure out a way to do this on my laptop so that I can actually get better with the comments, but I'm doing it on my tablet right now. Yeah, Melissa, so the Zip Barlow and the Buckley, those would, I think, be my two. What do you think of the new crossbody Florentine zip sack that Brandy featured in her video? I like it. I like it. I want red. Peter has got to get me some red to make me feel, you know, valued as a consumer again. Julie, I think that's a great idea. I'll pull the Buckley out so that you can see it, because like I said, it's been drenched in rain, and y'all may look at it and say that bag is beat to hell. But it's my beat to hell bag, and I love it, and it's still one of my favorites and my go-to, and I'm still looking for the perfect red with the tomorrow brown trim, because that bag I will probably move into and live for a while. So, let's see what else. Do you have any of the all-weather leather bags? Yes, I do. I have some that are actually still brand new, have not been unwrapped. I'm talking about like late 90s, early 2000 all-weather leather. I thought about parting ways with them, but no better than to do that, because who knows if ever those classic silhouette bags are ever gonna come back in. And I'm looking over to the left because that's where my chat is. I'm not like staring off anywhere. How often do you change out your bag for work and such? Not nearly as often as I should. I try to carry a bag for at least 2 weeks, and if I make it 2 weeks in it, then most likely I'm going to carry it for the entire month. But there are some times when I get on a kick and we'll change a bag every week, and thank goodness that I've got some place to dump them, because sometimes on Saturdays That's the first thing I do during the day, is try to get everything packed back up and put back up so that I can start the cycle of pulling bags back out to wear again. Oftentimes when I travel for business, I not only have a purse and a wallet, and lately it has not been, again, a Dooney wallet. I've been taking the Michael Kors, but I also have a little clutch like a Carrington or a wristlet or something, so that, you know, dinner for work or maybe out to lunch, I don't necessarily have to carry my big bag. A lot of times I do, but I do have that option. And then I'm using the retro embossed Russell bag still as my work bag. So usually I'm traveling with at least 2, if not 3 or 4 different Dooney pieces. So it can get out of control really quick if I'm changing bags too often. Let's see. Let me scroll back up in the chat. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, It's Justice. I'm really liking the new job. What would I like to see come back most for 2018? The Tilton in red. I need it in red. I need it in natural. I want the Smith bag Florentine. I need it in red. I probably should get it in black, and I know many of you will if it comes back, but I'm just not going to do it in black. I want it in red, and I have it in natural, and I should pull that out. But I would want to see those come back. And what else? The DB19, the 1975, the one that kind of rivals the Louis Vuitton, the Neverfull. I missed out on that because at the time, and when Anja and I first started, we had a conversation about the print, and I was like, I don't know, I don't want all that stuff on my bag, and now I want all that stuff on my bag. And so I'm really, you know, jealous of some of the bags that she picked up when we started YouTube like 2.5 years ago, because I was on that, you know, I want my bags clean and I don't want a lot of print and stuff. So I missed out. So it would be those like those 3 collection types I would love to see come back. Absolutely need a Tilton. If anyone has a Tilton, like it, you know me, it needs to be in like great condition. My preference would be new. I will buy it from you. And if it is a bag in my collection that I have that love-hate relationship with, I'm willing to do a trade. Just inbox me. And I would even consider a Tilton in black. I would consider it just because I feel like I need that bag. I mean, Mrs. Q, Ange, the Pecan Tan Beauty, so many ladies have that bag and they use it for travel, and I'm just thinking, I travel. I need that in my life. I need that. So let's see. Let me go back to the chat. Okay. Y'all have been busy while I've been running my mouth. I'm trying to figure out where we left off. Okay. How do you know when a bag is a classic as opposed to a current trend? If, for the most part, if you can't find it anymore, if it's an older bag, if it's on the resale market, you can go back and look at like trend reports. You can go back and look, and Dooney used to have this on their website, but I don't know where it is now, or maybe they've moved it and I just can't find it, but it'll show you like bags that were maybe featured in Vogue or in, you know, some other magazine as a trend or a new release or whatever for that season. So those are just a couple of ways to find out how old a bag is. And if you can readily find videos of it on YouTube, considering the length of time that YouTube has been around, then most likely it's a newer bag, because there aren't a whole lot of older bags, I guess, on a lot of YouTube videos on those. y'all talk. I mean, I'd like to hear what some of you have to say about how can you tell whether it's a classic or a retro bag as opposed to a current trend. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try to figure out how to announce, like schedule when a live feed will be up. I tried that before and for some reason it wanted me to do something with the URL and I could never figure out the software or whatever, so I ended up just going live from my tablet as opposed to, but I'm new. I think this is the third or fourth one. I'm just glad that right now the internet speed is actually cooperating, because it has been touch and go, at least in the beginning. Let's see. Okay, so we've talked about me changing my bags. Thank you for all the well wishes on the new job. I'm really loving that. No, there isn't a set time for these. I've just been jumping on. Yes, a wine and purse party. That's right down my alley. What kind of wines do y'all drink? I'm kind of a sweet, like Moscato. I don't want to really taste the alcohol. I prefer the fruit flavors more so in my wine, which is probably not real healthy. My favorite, I would say my favorite leather it's Florentine and Alto. I like Saffiano. I really do. Very durable, lightweight. But my preference are probably the more high maintenance bags, which Alto, if you get a scratch in that, you're just stuck with it. It's not coming out. You have to live with it. Florentine, high maintenance, heavy, especially when I'm carrying a laptop and work files and all this other stuff, and then I got a bag that empty is like 3 pounds. It can get to be a lot, but Florentine and Alto, those I would say have to be my favorites. I'm not actually searching for a Croc Lexington. I actually have one that I'm going to part ways with one way or another. Let's see. Family members, that's what I do in my bags. Absolutely. You could give away a couple of small things like a coin purse. That's a great idea, Nessa. Maybe I'll pick some up the next time I go into an outlet, or when I go to Dallas, can see what they have in the actual retail store. That's a great idea. Anyone with nice purse organizers would fit well. And hey, so I want a Samorga, but I'm not. I mean, I go on that website and I'm like, oh my goodness, is it this complicated to pick out a bag organizer? I just want something that's gonna work in like this, in red. That's what I want. Something so that it actually makes switching bags a lot quicker than me trying to get everything organized and me walking around some of the time with my bag completely open because I got stuff like water bottles and wallets and lip glosses and all kinds of stuff just everywhere. And I don't know. I mean, I know there's like a wait time and you can customize them and all this stuff. Somebody just send me a link and tell me what you have, because I want one for this. I'm not gonna wait on the insert to carry it, but if it fits in this, then I think it will work in most everything else that I have. That's probably also, and I've got a couple of little cheapo organizers, but nothing that is substantial. And that's probably, again, why I don't like that center insert is because if and when I want to use a bag insert, it just doesn't work with that, or it's so tight that it doesn't function well for me. Y'all have got to help me get over that whole center zip thing in 2018. I need a support group that can help me enjoy the beauty of that center zip. Why? Look, Peter, if create a couple of bag organizers. We'll buy them for the different size bags. We'll buy them. And even better, give us the option to customize them. You wouldn't be able to keep up with the demand. I'm just saying, because that little fill bag that has free space in the inside is going to need a different kind of organizer than this. And it's going to need a different organizer than that, what would fit, you know, a center zip bag. So let's work on that. Let's get the marketing, design, R&D department to start working on that. And I will consult if needed. I can help with that. You know, I'll do anything to help the team. Is there a Tilton being shipped? Is it coming to me? Wait a minute. I can buy it if somebody has one. It's been good seeing you live. Thank you. Wait a minute. Are you at the ER? Wait, did I miss something? Wait a minute. I see Pink Moscato. I'm scrolling back up. This whole scroll thing. Oh, Laverne was at work. The ER was paging her. All right. See, people are starting to sign off. 1975 prints, absolutely. The Tilton in black. I would love a natural chestnut. Look, I'm at a point now. I guess I'll just take it in any color I can find it. The large drawstring from the 90s. I love that. Hi, Samantha. The Tilton is a workhorse. The Tilton is a workhorse. The Russell bag in any size is a workhorse. Just like throw everything in it and go. I have not used the Logo Lock Florentine bag yet, but I've got to probably get a schedule or system together so that I can get everything at least in rotation. I don't need to buy anything else anytime soon because I lost my mind leading up to my birthday. This was a milestone birthday, milestone career move. There was just a lot of good things going on. So I treated myself to like tons of retail therapy. And I've tried to break it up and film because I didn't want it to be super long and crazy. And after I did that, I knew that I would need content for my channel. But it's coming. And for those of you that are watching both the Dooney stuff and the cooking stuff and the Sephora, Ulta, QVC stuff, thank you. Those are the things that I guess I'm more passionate about if you you know how and where I spend my money. Let's see, I'm scrolling back up. Okay, Florentine vegetable tan leather is the best. I do love Florentine. Love Florentine. Joshy, I don't know if they would badmouth me so bad if I did that as a giveaway. That wouldn't be fun. It would. Maybe I should do it in April. April Fool's giveaway of the bag that Joshy just recommended. But you can't unsubscribe afterwards because it'd be an April Fool's joke giveaway, if that makes any sense. If you don't know what I'm talking about, scroll back up and look at Joshy's 719 comment. Yes, the purse organizers, absolutely, especially for the structured bags. I like one freeform for this Donatella bag that the Montecatini, because I think it's gonna need something to help structure, because it looks like one of those bags where everything's just gonna sink to the bottom and it's gonna just kind of, you know, it's not gonna, I don't know that it's gonna hold the structure underneath the bottom where you can like see where your bottle of water is like angled in the bottom of your bag, but we'll see. I haven't carried it yet, so we'll see. But I would like some organizers. I want Dooney and Bourke to bring back the rain boots, and I need them with a wide calf, because I sold the pair that I had because I was working out at the time and my calves were getting a little bit bigger and it felt like I was wearing a blood pressure cuff on my calf. So I sold those. So I need the Dooney and Bourke rain boots to come back, and he did have those in red, so I need red to come back, but I need wide calves. I would like some Dooney and Bourke sunglasses. Yep, I just do. I would like a Dooney and Bourke purse organizer, several. And I'm definitely going to get a couple pair of the Regatta boat shoes, because I can wear those now to work. I couldn't wear them in my last job. New job says okay, and they look comfy. And once I decide which of the 2 or 3 colors I'm going to get and I get them in, then I will feature them and let you know whether or not it's worth the spend. I was hoping to pick those up like during the spring 20% off sale. I hope Peter is listening to the things that I want to spend my money on this year. Let's see. Original Club. All right, I'm going to have to check them out, Julie, because I've not checked them. But I'll look at Original Club for an organizer. Is the logo La Florentine a bit smaller than the pebbled leather? I need to do a comparison. I think they're the same or similar size, but don't take it to the bank, because I would need to verify that. I could never understand people that buy canvas bags, leather all the way. You know, so some of my, I have, it's what is it? It's a this or that video that features yellow on my channel. And I actually have a Dooney and Bourke true canvas bag, not a coated cotton. It's extremely lightweight, durable, but I agree with you. It's a durable canvas, but spending hundreds of dollars on canvas, it's got to be the right bag. Even if it's a Dooney and Bourke, it's just got to be the right bag to spend that kind of money on it. Going back to the comments, let's see, it looks like they're slowing down. I do not have anything yet from the Beckett collection. I do have a couple of things that I have my eye on from that collection, but if I don't get them here soon, then I've got a feeling that my attention is going to switch to whatever is going to be released in the spring. But if I find it at a good price, then I'll get it and put it up. I'm just not one of those people that's going to carry suede in the spring. I'm more concerned about caring for suede than I am Florentine, and that may be why I don't have any suede in my collection. It just seems to be extremely high maintenance to me. Yeah, I agree with you, Joshy. I may go ahead and venture out and add a couple more different brands this year, but don't hold your breath for it, because I'm pretty loyal. I mean, Peter Dooney, that's my boo. I love Dooney and Bourke and have for years. A double pocket Florentine satchel that was recently on. I do not have that. That's the one that has, I think Ange did, and she was on the fence about those pockets. Those pockets are the exact reason why I have not purchased that bag. I'm just, those pockets. It's a beautiful bag. I just don't know that it would work for me. And I don't understand, why can't those pockets be recessed, like on the inside of the bag as opposed to on the outside? I don't know. On a bad day, it just feels like an engineering design flaw. Do you have Dooney luggage? I do not have roller luggage, but I do have like the carry-all and the weekender. I have the, what is the really big one that they need to bring that one back too, because they had it in the 1975. It was featured in an ad. I cannot think of it right now to save my life. Like the extra large Vanessa, I think it was. Not the little handbag Vanessa. I'm talking about the Big Mama travel one. They need to bring that one back. Those are the closest pieces to luggage that I have. Other brands I would consider purchasing. Well, I have a couple of Michael Kors. I have Oriani. I don't know. It would have to be something that really caught my attention and moved me in order for me to purchase it, because I would be afraid that I would get it and then not carry it. The other thing, I think that there would be a riot in the Dooney Vault if I introduced too many foreign brand bags. I think my handbags would like have a war in there at night while I'm asleep and evict whatever other brand. I'm not opposed to other brands. I just want the quality. Some of them don't necessarily I don't know. I'm rambling now. I am from Chicago. I am 9-10 hours. But Southwest and Delta fly several times a day. My sister is, that's where she's applied for residency. That's where she did her med school rotations in Chicago, and that's where she's applied for residency. And so I'm in and out of Chicago a couple times a year. Yes, Vanessa in black retro, that would be great. My sister actually borrowed my handbag, the Vanessa in red Saffiano, and used it to go on her interview with the hospital because she wanted a pop of color and a bag that stood out, and she said that she got lots of compliments and stuff on that, so that's a good thing. Yeah, look, this is gonna sound bad, but I worked as a regional for a brick and mortar retailer that is getting their butt kicked right now by Amazon. And I'm not gonna bash anyone, but I had a thing about carrying bags that I did not want to see in the checkout lines at my employer. And I'm not saying that every Coach bag has been knocked off, but there are a lot of Coach knockoffs. So I just have a tendency to steer clear of brands that you can find in the checkouts at big box retailers on a regular basis. I don't know. I'm really not bougie. I just like what I like. I've owned Coach products before, but since I found my love and passion for Dooney Bourke, I've not veered back to Coach. Let's see, back to the comments. Yeah, I'm not Coach. Joshy, I would fly. I just need to know the dates so that I can make arrangements for, the weekend and get there and get back in time for work, because it's too early for me to go in asking for time off. That's why when you sent me the message, I was asking if it was going to be a weekend. The Pebbled Large, Roxy Hobo and Bet. Okay. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Vanessa. Nessa, that it's that you like the color. Hey, Anj, I agree with Joshy. You should just fly. I'm gonna fly in as well, so we'll see you there. Let's see what else. I always view purse very fave. Oh, thank you. Coach and LV. Yep, they do have a lot of fakes, and I don't know. Like the resort that I stayed at while I was in Hawaii, on the property there were 2 Louis Vuitton stores. I walked in, I didn't see anything that really caught my eye. I didn't see anything that I felt was worth the price tag. So it just counted as steps on my Fitbit because I came on out and I didn't feel bad about not making a purchase. I do like the fact though that it doesn't matter what outlet mall you go to across America, you can find Michael Kors, you can find Coach, usually you can find a Kate Spade, sometimes you can find Tory Burch. I just need Dooney to get with the program and bring out some more outlet stores or something. I mean, it feels like they're closing more stores than they are opening. The tent sale is actually in Norwalk, Connecticut, and it's usually right before the 12 days of Dooney, but this year I think it kind of overlapped a little bit. Yes, Josh is planning a meet and greet, and Josh, you can bash me later if I'm not supposed to be sharing this, but I see it in the comments that you are planning a meet and greet in the Chicagoland area. So I am absolutely going to the tent sale again this year. 2018, I'm going. I'm going to probably book my flight in like July or August because you can pretty much gauge the dates of the sale. It has now, this will be 3 years, so I need to go this year. I mean, if you are a lover of Dooney and Bourke, you must put it on your bucket list. You got to go to the tent sale, the frigid weather in your UGG boots and standing outside with your Starbucks and meeting other crazy Dooney ladies, and the line outside the tent has just a bunch of women with all their different Dooney and Bourke bags, and people are taking selfies and YouTubing, and it is like, I don't know. It's like drugs to an addict to be in that environment. It just recharges you. There is a Hilton and a Marriott property, and I've bounced between those two because they're pretty close to the tent sale. Let me tell you, if you are a Starbucks coffee drinker, and I'm not, I do their refreshers and stuff like that, but find something, book your flight early, and start like a direct deposit into a separate account at your bank for like, I don't know, $50 a month or whatever, or $100 a month, or whatever your number is, and save money so that when you get to Norwalk, Connecticut, and the sales at the tent sale are amazing, that you've got money to spend and that you can blow it and feel really good about your purchases. And if you are a reseller and you've not been to the tent sale, I don't know that you can call yourself a reseller, because that's the way to go and build your inventory. I agree with you, Nessa. They absolutely need a D&B outlet in Atlanta. And if it's not at 575, I'm okay with it being at Dawsonville, up at the outlets up there, up 400, because I go up there all the time for the UGG outlet store. So I'm always in Nashville. The outlets in Gaffney, South Carolina, I jump over the state line. You know, they need some more locations. It should not be. I like the fact that it's exclusive. Trust me, I like the fact that it's exclusive. But I don't know, I'm spoiled. I just kind of want things when I want them, where I want them. And they're not in Atlanta. They're not in Tennessee. They're not in South Carolina. And that makes it difficult for me. So Joshy, I'm gonna ask for you to post a video for the meet and greet information so that we can all start coordinating, and so that we can, you know, merge on the Midwest with all of our Dooney and Bourke bags in the spring of the year when it warms up a little bit, and we can have fun and like drive the people at the Dooney and Bourke outlet store crazy in Aurora. Yes, Anj, the tent sale, we should like meet up and go. I may even like drive to DC and we can fly up or take the train or whatever up together. I think it would be great. I mean, it's not like, yeah, you can count that as a girls and guys trip. You can do that. I couldn't find the outlet in San Juan. It is, I think it's still open. But it was there when I was there a couple years back, but it's probably been 4 or 5 years ago now that I was there. And when I was there, there was a Florentine Smith bag in navy that I wanted and didn't get because the person that I was traveling with was like, you don't need that, and you've already got me carrying your bags and your luggage is full and you're gonna have to ship stuff back and stuff. So I didn't get it, and I had dreams, and dreams turned into nightmares about me not getting that bag. So ultimately I ended up getting it and still had to pay for shipping anyway because it was hard to find once I got back home. So I've learned that's what FedEx and UPS are there for. If I can't get it on the plane or in my luggage, just ship it. Yes, Carol, it needs to be on your bucket list. You can order online from outlets by way of I Love Dooney. That's kind of the inventory that you would find at an outlet, but you can also call an outlet and they can do an inventory search for you, and if it's in their system and it's listed as shippable, then you pay the shipping fee. They charge it to your credit card, and then it ships a whole lot quicker than from California. The comments are coming in fast and furious right now. Let me see. All right. Oh my goodness, we've been on here for an hour and a half. I agree with you, Julie. They do, because whenever I go to Dallas, I go to the Galleria, and I have to go in Dooney. I have to go into the retail store, and that's an experience in itself. It's not the life-changing experience of the tent sale, but it is an experience, especially if you've never been inside of an actual Dooney and Bourke boutique. Let's see. What else do we have here? Yeah, I mean, Nessa, the flights are really cheap. I mean, it costs a little bit more to fly like into Hartford, but if you fly into, what is the little airport over in New York? White Plains. Tickets are cheaper to fly into White Plains, and I think there's only like one toll that you have to pay to cross back over into Norwalk, and it's a really short drive. It's not bad at all. But flying up, I mean, honestly, I'm jealous of the people that live there. One, because you have access to it every year, but two, because you can just haul all of your stuff back in your car, where the rest of us are trying to figure out how in the heck we're going to get back on the plane, or, you know, get into FedEx in time to ship everything back. That's what I did before. I ended up shipping back 3 boxes, like boxes that were waist high, full of bags, accessories, and things. Some gifts and just tons of stuff, and I shipped it as I was leaving Norwalk, and I got home, and then like the next day my boxes came, so they were not far behind me in transit. Peter, yes, we are demanding more outlet stores. We are. and not just outlet exclusives. I don't know that I want to. Yeah, I do. I want an outlet. I want an outlet right here in Atlanta. 5 bags, 550. You're right. You're absolutely right, Nessa. It depends on your budget, because if you have $500, heck, if you have, I can remember there were some bags like on the sample table that were $30, $30 Doonies. Whatever your budget is, if you can just get there, there is some, you can find something at virtually any price point during the tent sale. So whatever your budget is, whatever you can afford to save, and of course the sooner you purchase your flight, the cheaper it will be. And there's an app called Fare Tracker. I think that's what it's called. I probably should have thought about that before I said it. But anyway, you put in where you're traveling from and where you're going to, and then set a range. It's kind of like a new version of Priceline, where you name your own price, and it will monitor the flight prices of the different carriers, and send an alert when that flight is available. Let's see. I agree, Joshy. I talked about that yesterday, the 24/7, 365 customer service. Why is it that I can spend my money after hours, but there is nobody at the customer service number to help me with questions? Or to answer is it really on pre-order, or is my order going to be canceled? I need somebody there to answer those questions. Yeah, Peter needs to desperately get with the program. I don't know if he's so focused on designing that he's not focusing on the actual operation, but I'm going to need him to do both, or he can just hire me and I can run it. That's all I'm saying. I will say a big thank you to QVC for minimizing Miss Ashley's appearances, because I spend my money when Sue Clifton is on. Ashley, I have a tendency to record and then just watch in fast forward. She just doesn't seem like a Dooney and Bourke fan to me. That's a whole nother thing. Listen, y'all, we've been on here for an hour and a half. I'm almost like the 2-hour movie at the theater that you would go see. I had no intentions of being on this long. But I had fun. I hope you had fun. And if you were a part of the live chat when this uploads, I just like for you to post that you were here and whether or not you would like to see another one of these. If not, I'll just record the next set of videos, pre-record them and upload them. So it would be a nice Sunday ritual, but I don't know. Would y'all want to still do this if I don't have a bag to show? Should I just pull something out? Should we pick a topic? I don't know. I don't know if after I'm ramped up for work what my schedule is going to be like, but I like the idea, Julie, of making it a Sunday ritual. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As far as customer service, yes, they're building. I agree. This was fun. I can too, Jackie. I can talk about handbags for hours. Maybe what I should do, Anj, that would be great. If I could do the best of 2017 handbags live, let me know really quick. Would that work? I might be able to plan that for next Sunday, or Saturday or Sunday. I just feel I don't want us to be way into the first quarter and I'm still talking about 2017, but I want to get that done. I just want to do it with the bag so I can show you, which means I got to go dig them out of the vault or figure out where the bags have landed. So, all right. I don't have a channel follow you. Thank you. Thank you, Sonja. Or Sonia. I have a friend in Canada, and she spells hers the same way, but she pronounces it Sonja. Luggage bag. So, okay. Random bag out of the vault and start a Sunday chit-chat. I like the idea, Joshy. a live chat in the vault. That would be a short one. I'm a little claustrophobic now when I go in there. I've got to do something with the storage. I've got to either purge and or do something about the storage. Perfect. All right. I got to go get ready for next week, y'all. And I know y'all have other things you need to be doing too, because this was impromptu. And it's time for us to like escape our little safe duty world and go back to reality. Good thing we can take these into reality with us. These are like our little, this is like my little Linus blanket. Anytime there's a Dooney close by, I find a little bit of comfort. All right. Thank you so very much for participating in the live chat. This has been fun. I've enjoyed it, and I think you have too, because we're at an hour and 40 minutes, so it has to be good. Thank you so very much for watching. Until next time, I do hope that you're finding something that feeds your Dooney addiction. Take care.